Welcome to the tutorial Setting Up Conferences. To make the most of the teaching file libraries, educators should group cases together based on some commonality and present them to students and faculty. The best way to do this in MIRC is to create a conference. The goals of this tutorial are to make a conference and add teaching files to it, view and customize the conference, and to add a PowerPoint presentation to the conference. The first topic is building a conference. Select either the personal or shared conference folder in the sidebar. If you'll only be presenting your conference from your own MIRC account, use personal. But if you want to share your conference with other MIRC users, use shared. Then click the New Conference button. Give your new conference a name. For this tutorial, we're going to call it Upper Extremity, which is a broad topic, because we're going to create sub-conferences. Now select your new conference's name in the sidebar, and then click the New Conference button again. Just like you did before, give this sub-conference a name. I'm going to create a few. So you can create several more sub-conferences in the same way. Let's fill out each sub-conference with the appropriate teaching files. Open the Advanced Search in the top bar. Type a query into the title box and hit Go. We're going to use hand for this tutorial so that it can populate cases for our hand sub-conference. As you can see, the results all contain hand in the title. Let's add several of these to our hand sub-conference. Make sure that all of them are selected that you want to put into your hand sub-conference. That means that the checkbox on the left is ticked. And then press the Case Navigator button. This will open the cases in a new window. Open the Document tab for each case and click Add to Conference, selecting the hand conference. You can move over to the next case and do the same thing. Okay. Now we've filled out that conference. You can close out the Case Navigator. Just repeat the same steps to keep adding the rest of the case that you need. And then you can add cases to the rest of your sub-conferences to fill those out. The second topic is viewing conferences. Now that you've made your conference, you should present it to others. Open the sub-conference in the sidebar, and you should see the cases that you've added. For teaching purposes, let's hide the real titles to allow the students to guess the diagnoses. Press the Display Titles as Unknowns button in the toolbar, and notice that the titles all go away. Now that they're hidden, we're ready to present. Check the cases that you want to show. Just going to check all of them, and then press the Case Navigator button to display them. It's going to open a new window with all the cases. Remember that you can move on to the next case by pressing the next arrow. And that's it to viewing conferences. The third topic is adding a PowerPoint. Note that you must be logged into the hospital network in order to add a PowerPoint. You cannot do this through Citrix remotely. If you're lecturing and you don't want to switch between PowerPoint and MIRC, you might find it helpful to add PowerPoint slides to MIRC in front of your conference, or even between individual cases. Open your presentation in PowerPoint and click the Add-ins tab. Then click Convert to MIRC. If you don't see this PowerPoint add-on listed, contact the radiology IT personnel so they can install it for you. Fill in any of the information you prefer in the box that pops up. You must have a title, and you must put your MIRC username into the owner field. I'm going to type some keywords quick. So in the owner field, put your MIRC username. the first time that you use this feature in PowerPoint, this add-in, you need to go to the MIRC address and make sure that that is set to what we have right here, UKH with the port of 80. Then just click Send. It's going to do some work in the background. And it might ask you for your credentials, so if it does, then just type those in. It did not ask me this time. So then it's done. And now we can go into MIRC and see how it has added it. Just go to completed cases, make sure you refresh, and you can see that it's added the MIRC conference in a page format. This is not the typical MSTF panel format that we see. So that's it for importing the PowerPoint presentations. You can click Add to Conference if you want to add it to one of your conferences. For example, we can add it to the upper extremity conference that we made earlier. And then we can go look at that conference in MIRC. Just go upper extremity and open that PowerPoint. Remember that we have, so yeah, just run the little slideshow, and it'll run your slides. And then you can close out of that and go into the conference and play the cases in order. So that's a pretty nice feature there. So what's next? That's it. Congratulations. You finished all of the MIRC at KUMC tutorials. Return to the tutorials and the wiki as needed while you build your teaching files and contribute to the knowledge base. You can also visit the RSNA MIRC wiki for even more detailed information regarding the MIRC software. Good luck!